So do that.
Yeah. To me, though, the biggest issue is not any of those things. It's they have a bunch of DBs that could fit in or not fit in. And I think they just threw a bunch of what against the wall, and they're going to see what sticks. I really do believe that.
Yep.
I think there's some guys. Okay, so just a quick, I did a video on this today, so I'm kind of well versed in these guys.
Okay.
Trey Brown,
kind of like him.
He's got great strength, and he's also a veteran, and he's a special teams ace.
Yes.
So he is considered to be a very good special teamer.
I get it. So
he doesn't, to me, look very good, but he is coming in with some pedigree as a good special teamer. He also runs in like the high 4.4s, okay? But he's not big, but he has experience, and he's decent, but he's not great.
I've kind of liked his reps in 7-on-7 for whatever that's worth.
He's better in zone than he is in man.
Yep, I'll give you that.
Okay, so that's him. Then there's Trey Avery. Trey Avery's also an older guy, a veteran from Tennessee. He looks really good on plays where they go deep, but they throw it short, and he comes back because he's really aggressive on the ball. He's really good at that.
That's what
play.
they teach at Rutgers.
Yeah, he's really aggressive, and he's strong, and he's cocky, and he's looked really good actually on the practice field.
First
to
OTAs,
me,
he's got two
good.
Positive checks next to his name, and those are hard to get. Let me tell you.
What's that?
I gave Trey Avery 2 pluses.
Oh, did you?
The first
OTAs.
In
the Dieter system, grading system,
the
2
Dieter
pluses?
system is tried and true. And let me just say, you don't want a negative, you want a plus. And I'll put a little note next to your name if I like what I'm seeing. But Trey Avery.
It was like me when I coached when I picked Little League. I coached Little League, the tryouts. Yeah. I had my grading system.
I got a couple of thicks on here. I got a lot of not practicing. Magnificent for Christian McCaffrey on the first practice. Wow for Ben Barch. False step on Connor Colby.
Look at that! Don't take us too far beyond the curtain.
I'm just saying.
We don't want to. We're going to know your system. Then we're going to adapt.
There's maybe 20 check marks on this list from the first OTA practice. Larry Darrell Luter got 3. Trey Avery got 2.
That's good.
D. Winters got 1.
So just going through it quickly, Trey Brown, Trey Avery, and I kind of liked Avery. Chase Lucas is a special teamer, really underpowered. He's very popular with the guys. Everybody really likes Chase Lucas.
He just hung around last year. He had no job.
He doesn't really. Around. I don't really. He's too small. He's not a hitter. To me, he's a special teamer only. He's a very popular guy. Everybody likes him. Got a good personality, but I don't think he's one of their better guys.
Agreed.
Then there's Jacob Robinson from BYU, who I think is really intriguing. Why? Because he's got 4.3 speed, and he had 11 career interceptions.
Yeah.
And he's got a good vertical, too, like 38-inch vertical.
Has he practiced?
He's a kind of smaller guy. What's that?
I haven't noticed him.
He's 4.36. Yeah, he's been practicing. He had a PBU. Him and Jalen Mahoney combined for a PBU in the middle of the field.
Okay.
So that was the last practice, and Robinson, I thought, was the real reason for it. Okay. His coverage was really tight. So you got him. Then you've got, obviously, Upton Stout. He's going to make the team. He's probably your third best corner. It's probably Lenore and Renardo, and then, of course, Upton. Then there's Luter, and I think Luter is going to make the team for sure. I think Luter, he's a press man corner. He's got 34-inch arms. He's got he's got 4.46 speed. He's got good man-to-man cover ability. He's mature. He's talented. This is this year's Samuel Womack. If this guy doesn't make the team, this guy's going somewhere else and going to make somebody else's team, and you're going to watch this guy succeed in the NFL for the next 5 or 6 years. So don't screw it up, Niners. Make sure this guy finds his way to the roster. He will haunt you if you let him go somewhere else. It will be Sam Womack.
By the way, they chose him over Sam Womack last year, and so you better make good on that because Sam Womack's a good player for the Colts.
Well, you should have took Womack over the guy from the Saints, Yadam. which was
no,
ridiculous.
Yadam had such a good training camp. He really fooled us. It was because they had shitty wide receivers.
Or Rock Ya-Sin or anybody. I mean, just keep an extra corner. How about this? Yeah. Don't ever, again, get rid of good young corners that you draft. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't cut Deshaun Jameson. Don't cut Sam Womack. You didn't need Matt Pryor. You could have signed him and put him in a hotel and given him room service. He would have room service. He would have been probably signed for that.
Probably.
Okay, so you got Jacob Robinson, Chase Lucas, Trey Avery, Trey Brown. Then you have Renardo Green, Demo Lenore, Darrell Luter, Upton Stout. Then you've got, now it's starting to get interesting. Now they've got Saron Neal. Saron Neal is a linebacker and a safety who came to corner later. He's a special teams ace as well. He comes from Miami. He's considered a really good special teamer. I don't think he's much of a coverage guy. He never ran a great 40 time. He's a 4.54 40 guy. He's not fast, but he is tough. He is considered an alpha. A leader, and a guy who's a real special teams ace. So I'm looking for him to play great.
And a 4-year career out of Pittsburgh State. Not Pittsburgh State in Kansas.
Pittsburgh State, Division
You better have something.
Yeah. Division II kid. Then there's Dallas Flowers. And Dallas Flowers might be one of the most intriguing guys because he's big and really fast.
Sorry, Dallas Flowers is Pittsburgh State.
Is it Dallas Flowers at Pittsburgh State?
Yeah, Syrian Niels played 8 years out of Jacksonville State. He was a Dolphin.
Yeah, that's right, Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville
Dallas
State
Flowers,
the Gamecocks, the Alabama one. Jacksonville University.
Dallas Flowers is fast and rangy. He's really fast. I'm eager to see what he does because he's probably of the group of corners that they have here. This is the guy with the traits. He's got some length. He's got Flowers. Some speed.
Okay.
Well, he's got traits. He's just got traits. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm not saying. I don't even know how good he is. And then there's Derek Canteen.
Nice pick.
Derek Canteen played at Georgia Southern. He played at Vatech, and then he finished at Cincinnati. He played 6 years of college ball, but he did have 9 career interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions. And he got an interception the other day at practice.
He did. Picked off Mac Jones. Threw it right to him.
It was right to him. But that's an interesting guy because he's got some ball skills. He's got some ball skills. He's got some youth. He's an undrafted rookie free agent, as is Jacob Robinson.
Yeah.
So that's the group right there. Jacob Robinson, Derek Canteen, Chase Lucas, Dallas Flowers, Saron Neal, Upton Stout, Darrell Luter, Trey Avery, Trey Brown, Renardo Green, and Demo Lenore. You got 10 guys there. You got 10 guys, and you got to have at least, I would say, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So I would say, and there's also talk about, there's Jair Alexander's on the trade market, Jalen Ramsey's on the trade market, though a lot of people think he's going to be traded to play safety.
I would play him at
Amik
safety.
Robertson's out there. There's some other guys out there if they wanted to go try to sign somebody. There's a few names out there. So what do you think? I mean, that to me, and then at safety, it's Malik Mustafa and Jair Brown. But Mustafa and Brown may not be healthy. I mean, Brown should be healthy for camp. Mustafa will not be healthy for week 1. And then I thought Richie Grant and Jason Pinnock looked really good.
Yeah.
Marques Sigle did not play. Nope. He was in civvies. Didn't see George Odom.
Odom's in civvies. Mustafa's been watching practice with John Lynch. Daniel Bullocks gave a great quote to Hutch about Marques Sigle and how
what did he say?
His IQ is off the charts, and
really
that they're all in on him and the stuff between the ears, and then that he's fast as hell. I mean, his tape just shows somebody that just.
He also is a hitter. I mean, like I saw him in the East-West Shrine game. Dieter smoke a guy on the sidelines.
It was the Shrine Bowl or just the Senior Bowl? He was in one of them, but
it was a Shrine.
Going back and
first quarter of the Shrine game on the sideline, he comes up and runs support and absolutely laid wood on the receiver and it banged him hard. The guy went down, solo tackle.
He's out there. He's out there basically being the defensive coordinator in that All-Star game, and the coaches just had him calling out all the plays and getting guys in the right position and stuff. Apparently, he is just like really, really bright. And that's not something that you offer when talking about a young player who's a 4th, 5th round pick, unless it's unimpeachable, right? You don't pump up someone's football IQ and their overall ability to be a leader of men unless it is undeniable from the second they walk in the building, because all you're doing is setting a kid up to fail if he's not that kind of guy, if he's not all the way there, if he doesn't have preternatural abilities in that. But I love the idea. Like, I am now buying all the way in. I've been skeptical because the tape at Kansas, I watched a lot of Kansas State. I was a big Jacob Parrish guy. I watched a lot of Kansas State. They played him as like a dime back a lot. He was always kind of the last guy in. There would be these flashes, but it was hard to find him in the Kansas State defense because he just kind of wasn't doing anything. I think he was completely miscast. I think he was in the wrong defense for him. And they want him to play single high, and they say that he is really, really sharp. And that's all I need to hear, because I know the physical traits are there, but if you don't have it between the ears and you're trying to play free safety in the NFL, it ain't gonna work. That is a position like quarterback where it starts with the IQ, and then you hope you have the physical traits to back it up and to take it another step. Safeties are destiny in the NFL, and this is a kid that him and Mustafa, if it pans out, I know Mustafa's good, and I know Mustafa's smart, and I know Mustafa can bring the wood, and he plays with conviction. Like, he'll miss some dudes, fine, but he's going for it. He's got the angle, he's going for it. He's not holding back. That's the all gas, no brakes nonsense that they keep bringing up, but it plays there. If Sigle also has that kind of IQ and can use that prodigious speed to cover a tremendous amount of field, they can play single high, and they can do it at a very high level. It's very exciting. I can't wait to see him on the field because, I mean, I usually take coaches' stuff with grains of salt, right? They're not trying to get anybody in trouble or build up anybody too much. They're smart enough on it. I'm glad that they were just raving to Hutch. I listened back to it. I mean, they're just raving. It was off the charts, and it sounded a lot like how they talked about Mustafa last year, and we saw how that worked out. So,
wow,
I'm very excited.
Great. That's great, because I didn't hear that. I didn't get a chance to talk to that coach.